You've probably heard this before. Modern rifles are better in every way. More accurate, more modular, more advanced. But here's the problem. That's not what experienced hunters and shooters are actually choosing in the real world. Because despite all the upgrades, carbon fiber stocks, precision CNC machining, high-end optics, there are still certain rifles, old rifles, that refuse to be replaced. Not because of nostalgia, not because people are stuck in the past, but because in some very important ways, these classics still do things better. They feel better. They run smoother. They connect you to the shot in a way modern rifles simply don't. And in hunting, that matters more than most people think. So today, we're breaking down 7 classic rifles that expensive modern guns still can't replace. And once you see why, you might start looking at upgrades very differently. 7. Lee-Enfield No.4. If you think bolt-action rifles are slow, you've never seen this one run in the right hands. The Lee-Enfield No.4 isn't just another old military rifle. It was built for speed, real speed. We're talking about the famous Mad Minute. Trained soldiers could fire over 20 accurate shots in 60 seconds, with a bolt action. And that's where modern rifles hit a surprising limitation. Yes, today's rifles are more precise on paper. Yes, they have better optics, better materials, tighter tolerances. But speed under pressure? Follow-up shots when your heart is racing? This rifle was designed for exactly that. The rear-locking bolt system gives it a smoother, faster cycling motion. You don't fight the rifle, you flow with it. And that creates something most modern rifles struggle to replicate. Rhythm. There's a natural cadence to shooting the Lee-Enfield. Fire, cycle, back on target, repeat. No overthinking, no adjustment, just instinct. In dense brush, in chaotic situations, or when a second shot matters more than perfect bench rest accuracy, this kind of handling becomes a real advantage. Modern rifles may win in specs, but they often feel mechanical, almost disconnected. The Lee-Enfield feels alive, and that's exactly why, more than a century later, it still earns a place on this list. 6. Winchester Model 70. Some rifles try to impress you with numbers. This one wins you over the moment you touch it. The Winchester Model 70 has been called the rifleman's rifle for a reason, not marketing, experience. From the first bolt cycle, you feel it. Smooth, controlled, confident. And then there's the trigger. Crisp, clean, predictable, no gimmicks, no over-engineering, just a connection between you and the shot that feels right. Modern rifles often chase modularity. Adjustable stocks, detachable mags, endless accessories. But in doing that, they sometimes lose something critical: balance. The Model 70 was built as a complete system. Everything works together. Weight, ergonomics, recoil, trigger. Nothing feels out of place. And when you're out in the field, cold hands, uneven terrain, adrenaline kicking in, that simplicity becomes an advantage. You don't think about the rifle, you trust it. That's something no spec sheet can measure. Controlled round feed, rock-solid reliability, and decades of proven performance. This isn't just a rifle that works. It's a rifle that feels right every single time you shoulder it. Modern rifles may offer more features, but very few deliver this level of confidence without distraction. And that's why the Model 70 still refuses to be replaced. 5. Mauser 98. Here's where things get a little ironic. A lot of modern bolt-action rifles, they exist because of this one. The Mauser 98 isn't just a classic. It's the foundation: controlled round feed, massive claw extractor, rock-solid lockup. This design wasn't just good. It was so reliable, so overbuilt, that over a century later, manufacturers are still copying it. And not just for tradition, because when things go wrong, dust, mud, bad angles, rushed shots, this system keeps working. That controlled round feed means the cartridge is under control from magazine to chamber. No slip, no hesitation. You run the bolt hard, it feeds. You run it slow, it still feeds. Modern rifles often prioritize smoothness and lightweight performance, and they do that well on a clean range. But out in the real world, reliability becomes everything. And that's where the Mauser 98 still dominates. It's not the lightest, it's not the fastest, it's not the most advanced, but it's one of the few systems ever made where you can honestly say, if it doesn't work, nothing will. And that's why modern rifles didn't replace the Mauser 98. They just keep trying to match it. 4. Springfield 1903. Some rifles are built for power. Some are built for speed. This one was built for precision, long before precision rifle was even a category. The Springfield 1903 earned its reputation the hard way, on ranges, in competition, and in real-world combat. And even today, when you pick one up, you understand why. There's a natural pointability to it. The way it shoulders, the way the sights line up, it just wants to stay on target. No adjustments, no overthinking, just aim, and the rifle does the rest. Modern rifles, of course, can outshoot it on paper. Better barrels, better optics, tighter tolerances. But here's what they often miss: feel. The 1903 has a kind of balance that's hard to engineer today. It's not front-heavy, not overly light, not overly complex. Everything about it is centered around one thing: delivering a precise shot consistently. And when you're shooting offhand, no bench, no bipod, no perfect conditions. That balance matters more than raw accuracy numbers. It keeps you steady, it keeps you confident, and it keeps you connected to every shot. Modern rifles may give you more tools, but the Springfield 1903 gives you something different: control. And that's exactly why it still holds its ground against rifles 100 years newer. 3. Ruger No. 1. In a world obsessed with capacity, this rifle does the exact opposite. One shot, that's all you get. No follow-up, no second chance to fix a mistake. And that's exactly why the Ruger No. 1 still stands apart, because it forces a different kind of shooting. Slower, more deliberate, more focused. You don't just pull the trigger, you commit to it. The falling block action is incredibly strong, allowing it to handle powerful cartridges with ease. But strength isn't the reason people keep coming back to this rifle. It's the experience. Compact, beautifully balanced, and almost elegant in its simplicity. There's nothing unnecessary here. No magazine, no excess weight, no distraction. Modern rifles try to give you every advantage. Faster reloads, higher capacity, more flexibility. But sometimes, those advantages create bad habits. Rushing shots, relying on follow-ups instead of making the first one count. The Ruger No. 1 removes that safety net, and in doing so, it makes you a better shooter. Because when you know you only have one shot, you slow down, you breathe, and you make it right. Modern rifles can do more, but very few can teach you this. And that's why this single-shot classic still refuses to be replaced. 2. Winchester Model 94. Long before tactical rifles took over, this was the rifle that defined real-world hunting. Light, fast, and incredibly effective where it actually matters: the woods. The Winchester Model 94 wasn't built for long-range precision. It was built for quick shots, tight spaces, and moving targets. And that's exactly why it still holds its ground today. Chambered in classic cartridges like 3030, it delivers more than enough power for deer-sized game, without the recoil, without the weight, and without the bulk of modern setups. But the real advantage? Speed. That lever action cycle is fast, intuitive, and almost instinctive. You don't break your sight picture. You don't come off target. You fire, cycle, and you're right back on. Modern rifles, especially tactical platforms, can feel oversized and overcomplicated in dense terrain. Too long, too heavy, too much going on. The Model 94 is the opposite. Slim profile, natural handling, built to move with you, not against you. And when you're deep in the woods, limited visibility, split-second opportunities. That kind of responsiveness matters more than raw firepower. Modern rifles may dominate at the range, but in the brush, where shots are fast and distances are short, this rifle still feels like it was made for the job. And that's why, even after all these years, nothing truly replaces a lever gun done right. 1. Blaser K95. At number 1, we're not talking about performance on paper. We're talking about something modern rifles can't manufacture, no matter how much they cost. Craftsmanship. The Blaser K95 is the definition of a traditional European hunting rifle. Break action, single shot, minimalist. But don't confuse simple with basic. Every line, every contour, every detail on this rifle is intentional. It's built with a level of precision and care that goes beyond function. This isn't just a tool, it's a statement. Lightweight, perfectly balanced, and incredibly refined. The K95 disappears in your hands until the moment you need it. And when that moment comes, everything feels natural. Shoulder, aim, fire, no distractions, no excess, just pure connection between hunter and shot. Modern rifles try to give you everything: adjustability, capacity, modular systems. But in doing that, they often lose something rare: elegance. The K95 doesn't compete on features. It doesn't need to, because what it offers is something deeper. A hunting experience built on discipline, confidence, and respect for the shot. One shot, one opportunity. And when you carry a rifle like this, you don't feel under-equipped. You feel focused. That's why no matter how advanced modern rifles become, they still can't replace something like the Blaser K95. Because this isn't about technology, it's about tradition, perfected. So here's the truth. Modern rifles are incredible, more accurate, more customizable, more advanced than ever before. But better doesn't always mean better for everything. Because the rifles on this list prove one thing. Some designs were so right the first time, they never needed to be replaced. They offer something modern guns often overlook: feel, balance, simplicity, and real-world confidence. Not just performance on a spec sheet, but performance where it actually counts, out in the field, under pressure, when the shot matters most. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. Upgrading your rifle doesn't always make you a better shooter. Sometimes, going back to the basics does. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because on this channel, we don't just follow trends, we test what actually works. And sometimes, the old ways still win.